I know we're live. Welcome back. Welcome back to another night of live streaming. Let's see, where are we at? Uploads or live streams? This is better. God damn it. And then all videos. There we go. Pop out the chat. Get Sketch up and running. I think we have it already. Let's open up Xcode as well. Put it over here, fitness app. There we go. Sorry, Peanut, you're a little bit in the way. Now, so what is today's topic? If we run the app, what was the last state we stopped? It feels so long ago. It was just yesterday. Tylek, what's up, Martin? Hey, what's up? Welcome. And also Ritwig, hey, and Michaela. And she says, hey to Susie too.
Hi!
There she is in the background, always. Jake, hey, what's up? Do you guys have notification enabled, or did you guys use the account on Instagram? I was wondering where the phone went, where the simulator went. Notification squad enabled on YouTube. That's so awesome, so great. Cool. So today's topic is just a recap from last time. We are able to create workouts, and we can also create exercises that are related to a workout, but we have mocked the creation of an exercise by just tapping the button, and then we see, oh, we have two workouts and Link doesn't have any workout. We go back and forth, we see every workout has its own list of exercises. Hi, mine wasn't enabled, but YouTube knows I love your streams. Thank you. Again, whenever you think there's something you would like me to do during the live stream that you think would improve the overall session, just let me know, and we'll see whether I can find a place for it in case you're missing something. And Angel, Notification Squad, exactly. Hey, good to see you. And Cyber as well. So we are already a huge squad starting off the stream. That's cool. We want to create the create exercise screen. Once we've done that, we should be good to go to our final screen to actually have the workout run through our exercises and pauses. Oh yeah, and we also have to implement a pause cell view. So let's just go ahead and go into the exercise list we see. We are there already, and we want to create, just like this one, let's have a look what's in here. A lot of code. Title, name, makes sense, save and whatnot. So basically what I like to do is we could refactor that kind of thing into an own view, so we don't have to over and over specify it, because if you look into at least name text field, this one has these kind of styles and this. And I think could definitely put all of that into an own. It has even a height, so that means, yeah, we could basically reduce lots of code on top of that this whole thing will be reduced too, because this will be part of the view. Let's do that. So we can reuse it at least 1-2 times after this one. I don't have notifications. I keep my YouTube on private so my search doesn't save or anything. That's fair enough. But you're still pretty early. All right. So let's create a view which is gonna be just like a general view. Let's put it in here, new group. It's called view. We have a text field already. We have a container view already. Label as well. That is a view too. And let's create a text text field. We have a text field already that is a little bit custom, but we want a text field with label. And label view. Label with postfix text field with label. View. What if we say custom text field? Because it's our custom design. Or we say the fitness app text field. Doesn't look that nice. Neue text field. I think we can call it like that because it's neumorphism that we're using. So let's do that. UI kit. Neue text field. And this is inheriting from UI view. Because I have a good brain. Alright, so you know everything. Do you? How did you know about this stream? I wonder. How do you know I'm streaming every day at 7 p.m. PST? Let's have a look at the workout list. This is gonna be the one that we are extracting our work from. Create. So we are going to use these things, and that's already it. What we want to do is we want to set up the all of that. So let's say init super init frame setup view, setup view like this, and then also setup title, setup name text field, where this is actually title text field, or no, actually it's name. I was right. Fix that. Because you posted on Instagram. There we go. Instagram. My Instagram is your brain. What is it?
I took a picture and I was preparing a post for your live stream and I just discarded it.
Oh no.
So I don't know if I should do it again.
So we don't need the save area here. Just like that. And also title label. Yeah, so we have basically top leading trading makes sense. That one should be on the bottom of it, makes sense as well. Leading trading. Let's just do it this way. For the whole view, connection lost. Great. No! Cannot use my mouse. Connect. Thank you. So we have. Interesting. Nope. Yes, we need extension, and Noi text field has to conform to this one, and we have to say that this is delegate. I feel like, let's see. I wonder if it's that view that's an edit. We will see if this one works out. Now what we did is we have the text field, it has even a height. This one has a name, but what we want to do is we want to be able to set our own title to it, which is name, time, or name again. Let's think. We could do a title string, and then itself title label text equal title, like so. And then we say setup view. Like so. Trying to clone a GitHub project right now. Kano DOS Gamers. What's up? Hey. What project are you trying to clone right now? What is it about? Self-use? That's not true. Oh, we don't have frame cap. We put 0 here. That should work out. Now, once we set up everything, title and name text fields with all its styles and whatnot, we will also define a delegate here because we want to get basically the information out of it, which we are getting here on save. It's basically taking it from here. Shall we do it publicly available? Something. We say no text field and you say just text. You can have, say, text of type string, which is public, like so. And whenever that one is changing, delegate. Oh yeah, that means we will have to say name text field at target self selector on editing. Touch making an editing change in your text field. I think that one. And then we would say objective c func text field action, just like that. And we would get the text field in here. And we would say our text is equal text field. Else an empty string, but it's gonna be full text field action. We might run into an error, not yet, but later on. It could be that this one doesn't work right away without inheriting from endless object. However, this one is coded. We will see. We will see. Good morning, Martin. AJ, hey. Good morning. Peanut, you are in the way. Now, let's try it. Text field is gonna be Noi text field. Oh yeah, and then we wanna say name, right? You want to have name. Now, let's say, remove this. You could even name it name text field, just like this. Similarly, set up title, we can remove all of that. Let's use this one, name text field. Yes, top anchor is alright. Leading and trailing height is not necessary anymore. And none of that. Is it working or not? I don't know. Also, let's see. Crashes and we get a unable to activate constraints with anchors. UI label because common access does. Let's see where we did something wrong. So we say false, we say false. We say false right here. Top. Oh, because that one is not existent anymore. Right, so what was it again? It was 30. Save. Area 30. Now we're running into leading. Save area leading. God damn it, titled. It's not needed anymore, not used either. We don't see anything. And that is because we are missing one constraint, I think. In here we do specify a height, but we don't specify a bottom to the actual view, to that view here. If that one specifies a button to that, then this actual view will stretch. Constraints, bottom anchor. Constraints equal to bottom anchor like so, and then activate it as well. This should fix it. We should now see the whole thing. And I'm wrong. And that is, let's have a look. So we don't see anything. We're setting up the view, setting up all of that. Okay, it has a height too. This one is here. We could even remove this. Name text fields. It's used everywhere. Oh yeah. Oh well then this could be optional, I guess. How should I advertise my app? I really want it to be as big as other social media apps. I have no money though. Instagram, I would say. And also, like naturally, just writing about. That's why, for example, developing this app right here, the fitness app, and streaming about it is already free marketing because you guys know about this app. And I'm sure at least one of you would download it just to try it out, what we coded together, right? So that's free marketing already. And I'm also posting on Instagram about it. So I can highly recommend doing that. Other than that, writing a Medium blog article about your social media app, showing what's different, what's unique about it, why someone should change or switch. We have this one. I could try and see if we need a height in order to make it visible. Name text field height anchor constraints equal to, let's say, 60. Equal to constant, like this. Okay, but how do I get a following? By continuously writing about it. But just starting putting out content. This is how I did it. Now I'm having make a symbolic. So this is already 60. Right. We could do one. Oh, it's breaking because we say height and we also say what if we say name text field background colors red? Because we definitely are adding it. There we go, it's down there. Alright, I forgot that the title at bottom should have been the top thing, and it should have worked right away with the height stuff that we have seen. So we see that this one, title labels set up, the text is named too, custom white, but we don't see it. We don't see it. 30 days, 30 pixels from last year. Yeah, so for example, you post every single day on Instagram a picture of your current project and just keep writing about what you've done on that day, like a journal, just like a journal. Nothing more complicated than an entry of what you've done today, and that's it. People are interested in that, and by that you're also advertising your app for free because Instagram is for free. Same on Twitter and same on LinkedIn. Just do it on all these platforms simultaneously. You are learning Node.js by doing a project based on that. I'm currently learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript alongside my iOS internship and want to learn backend next. Most probably Node.js. Is Node.js interesting? Node.js is... It feels like Java. It's JavaScript, obviously, because you use JavaScript, and there's nothing special to it, actually. Most of the times you would write JavaScript, depending on how you structure your project. So I can show you for short what I have done. This is the project I've been working on, and basically I declared my routes and have my controllers, or my one controller that I have. And inside this controller, I have my own structure, right, with the repository again and dispatcher. And basically, I can create lists, find a user, delete a user. I can update a user. I can also add a subreddit to a user because it's about subreddits. Adding a subreddit to a user, updating the subreddit from a user, and then also right here, down there, scheduling a job where for each user it's gonna be looked up from each subreddit of each user the 3 most voted topics, and all of this information is gonna be put into an email and then sent out as a newsletter to the user. So basically you sign up as a user and then you say, hey, my favorite subreddit is Digimon, Pokemon, Swift, and then at 8 o'clock in the morning you get a newsletter where we literally let's see, I have an example here because I just finished it. You will get an email that says, hey, basically I have Susie registered there, that says this is your subreddit and the 3 most voted topics are these 3 with pictures, and then you have another favorite subreddit anime, Digimon, like category, anime, subreddit Digimon, 3 most voted topics, and you can have as many as possible, right? And you will get this email every day at 8 o'clock. That was the project. I just finished it before the stream. I was in the process of creating a README to explain how
It's
to.
Pokemon time.
Ooh, catch them all!
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all! I was in the process of writing a README how to use this project. Have fun! And then submit it. And then let's see, fingers crossed, whether or not they want me. Basically, this project should show my knowledge about Node.js. I just started learning Node.js while developing this project. But I've been doing a challenge on Instagram where I do 100 days of coding. I post about my app and its progress, and over the last 50 straight days I've gained 1,000 followers. Consistency is key. Apps, you totally figured it out. Totally figured it out. Like, this is exactly what has happened to me. If you continue doing that, it will grow even faster. Second month is even faster. You can even reach within second month like 5,000 followers if you want to. And in the third month, you will come close to 10,000, because I managed to grow from 200 to 10,000 followers within 3 months by posting every single day. Just 90 pictures. Actually, sometimes I will post 2 pictures, so let's say 100 pictures or a little bit more in 3 months, and really just telling about my day and how I see things, how I approach things. And it's only about code. It has only been about coding, and that's it. I have never free code camp. I don't know. I've never used a website to learn to code. I haven't used really any of these, so I cannot give any feedback. But I mean, what is trustable? If you just pay, say, $20 for Udemy, you can even refund. You can refund if it's not what you expected. So I don't think you have a big risk if there's not lots of money that's involved. I wonder why this title label is not visible. So we say top anchor there. Leading, trailing. It should have an intrinsic height. So okay, let's see. Let's do it like this. We only see the text fields. If I say title label height anchor constraint equal to constant 60, like this, let's just see what happens. Interesting. Wow, I didn't know your growth was that big. That's awesome. Yeah, I even had, I still have, I think, my highlight from the beginning, where you can see like it's 100. Is it actually? It's like 70 weeks ago, 500. Then like 69 weeks ago, it's already 1,000. Like within 1 week, this kind of growth you can kind of back calculate. But yeah. And now I'm doing the same thing with YouTube. Now I'm consistent on YouTube every single day, a live stream, and I'm growing between 10 and 20 followers or subscribers on YouTube, which is great. And it's only gonna be more and more, right? Cyber says, okay, thank you to Michaela. I think just about any web dev source is relevant for the basics. What resources you use to learn how to code if you're not using those sites to learn? I Google. I learned to use Google for everything in life. Like Google is my senpai. Like there's no one on earth that can teach me anything better than Google. You Google everything, how to tie a shoe, everything, from super basic stuff to super advanced, how to build a rocket. So literally I'm Googling everything, and I learned there's so many articles, and with that, obviously, it's also sometimes difficult because not everything is covered, not everything you are looking for someone has written a tutorial about, but lots of times some people would have like at least one small article about small parts of the things you're looking for, and it helps you to kind of get a starting point or get a feeling of the thing and figuring it out yourself. And by doing that, yet again, you learn the skill of actually figuring out things yourself. I don't know when it was the last time that I asked someone something that I didn't know and that person actually helped me, because I would still get stuck. Today I got stuck maybe for an hour, couldn't figure out why my environment variable wasn't read into my Node.js instance, and I figured it out after like half an hour or an hour. Maybe it took me even an hour, and I got stuck at 1 or 2 days ago as well with something else. I think setting up an email with server-side Swift, and most of the times it's like I'm getting stuck, and then I describe the whole issue in the Discord just to, after half an hour, I tried to solve it within a half an hour, maybe an hour. After an hour, I would say, okay, now I'm trying to reach out for help. At least give it a chance to get help on Discord. Favorite Discord has also channels about Swift and other thing like Postgres and whatnot, and then you can reach out there, just write your issue and hope someone would reply if anything, or try to solve it with you. And while this message is out, I'm continuing to resolve the issue, and in the end, most of the times, actually all the time, it is like that I would resolve it myself, and then I would post the solution in that Discord too, because those issues aren't all that basic anymore. So it really is, there are not that many people who would know the answer, and then of those who know the answers, there are even less people who would have time or even are being keen to help out, or even in this channel, right? So I want to have this working. So let me get, oh, we have this height limitation for some reason. Stack Overflow, for example, for solutions. Yes. AJ, no worries. You're very welcome. Now let's see. We have a height here that we just defined. And if we don't have that, we won't see our title label. Although I would have expected it to be there. It is there. What was wrong before? Alright, well, everything is fine. I thought I had something, I think, because I would expect this to work, but it didn't, and I was confused about my understanding of things. Now it's established again. It has an intrinsic height, it should just work out, and underneath we should be aligned with it. And then we have an own height that we define, which is fine, which we want because we want this to be kind of large. And then to the bottom of the view would make this whole view, if you look at it, this whole view would adjust in its height based on its content. As you can see, we have top 30, we can remove that, we don't need that anymore. So it really is adjusting the whole red view to the content. It's funny to see how the shadows behave. Alright, now we got this. And I think now we are using a reusable view, right? And I think we should be able to still use it, and it works. That's awesome. Okay, we made this reusable. Oh, one sec. Added should be populated. So let's fix that. Good that we are testing it. Create workout VC. I think this has two modes, right? Exactly. So in case of added, we want name text field text to be title. So we did that. Oh, because, and then afterwards we're setting up the view, and if we set up the view, we have nothing assigned to it, so it should be oh yeah, we are assigning it to here, so the value is given there, but it's not assigned to this one. So once we are we are initiating this, we could say did set, and then is that working? Did set. I use that so seldom, I don't know the current syntax. Well, seems like this was the syntax. So adding, oh, god damn it, no. This is not what we want. Okay, different. What we want is a public function. Private public set title, and then name text field text is gonna be title as well as, is this text? Yeah, title. Funk. All right. So then when we are using this one, we are going to say set instead. That should work right away, which also means, and the reason why I do, come on. Okay. The reason why I do this is because once we are saving again, although we are added, we are grabbing from that value, and we don't want to grab an empty. This would be a bug elsewise. Wherever we are on save action, there. So let's try. Let's try. So we are adding, say, Zelda, save, and we're saying, whoops, we're saying link instead, save, done. We're saying edit, save again. It is link. If we would have not set this little text here, then you can see it looks like it works, but it doesn't. We would say Zelda, and it works, right? Oops. We can even edit it, Zelda, and it works. But if we go in here and we just say save, which should be, it's not possible. Oh, because we are ensuring that it shouldn't be empty. And then this should actually be possible. You should be able to save even with nothing changed. And the reason why it's not working is simply because we said should be empty, and title is empty because that text field is empty because that one is not set whenever we are entering this view. It wasn't. Anyway, continuing, now we got this reusable thing, and we can go and say save and then add exactly we want a create exercise VC like so. Now, it would be similar to this one. Very similar. Maybe even with the two modes. It will just introduce a little bit more elements. How do I get administrator access to my Mac? I have to do sudo every time. I think you should Google that. I think you should Google that. We know for sure we're going to use save area, view did load, and also setup view. Navigation, yes. Name text field, yes, this as well, and then something in between too. Navigation. For now, we just need create in that style. Text field, if we look at the design, yes, we need even two. First is the name. Second is gonna be the time. You're going to need that. Time, and also like this. All right. This runs. We have the save cancel button. We also need that. In the end, set up this one. And we have to conform to create exercise VC. On cancel, we are going back, else we're going to say create workout. That's interesting. Oh yeah, right, because we have a different logic here. What's that? We have update workout or create workout. We are going to have logic about create exercise with the that is going to be interesting. because we want to say dispatcher request right here, create title and time and type. Let's just do it like that for now. Workout dispatcher is here as well. Actually, we need the exercise dispatcher. Like so. And then making sure it's not nil. Dispatcher create request. This is gonna be create exercise request. What does it need? The workout ID. Yes, for sure. Which means we need a public var workout. Just the ID, right? Create, yeah, just the ID. Workout ID should. Can we on creation of it? Yeah, let's make it like this. Just assigning it. Oh yeah, and then also fixing this one so that when we say we don't care about any of this, create exercise. This one needs the title and the time. This time text fields, text, and then time shouldn't be empty either. And then we can say time like so and go away. On save. What is up here? Oh yeah, right. We need the workout ID, which we have. We will refactor that. We don't save the time yet in the database. We're gonna adjust our table too. It's safer to sudo simple one-time commands instead of gaining admin root privileges over a long period of time, says Mario. Yeah, seems reasonable. If you are root all the time, or basically logged in as root, if that's possible. If something happens to your system, in terms of viruses or whatnot, most likely those programs would have the same privileges as you if you have executed them as root, and then game over. All right, let's see. We have to, from here, when we say add, yeah, this is the whole add workout thing. Create exercise PC, workout ID is workout, require ID, I wonder, oh yeah, right there. And then we say navigation, controller push, PC animated true. We can say we are running it. Here, however, the add action or the create action looks a little bit different. We have the exercise dispatcher, we have the workout ID given, and we're creating. So we basically say, oh, we never said we do say create right there. It's a different create. Okay. So let's see. Add a workout, call it Zelda, save. Go in here, add a workout, call it exercise, I mean. Bicycle, save. It's not doing anything. Oh, why is it gone? Where did we go? Oh yeah, this is like the list that's empty. I wonder what it says here. Text field height. Oh, did we do still a height thing? No, we didn't. Over here neither. Oh, name and name text field. Whoops. This should be time text field. Name text field, bottom anchor. Let's say 32 or 30 as well. Interesting. This should fix it. Bicycle. Let's say time is 32. Now we can save it. What if you say site blank 45 site blank. Now we can actually add workouts. Let's say this is morning workout and this one just says 100, or basically just push-ups, 45 seconds. Yeah, we will fix the time or the second thing, but oh yeah, we cannot edit it yet. Intuitively, if we tap on it, you kind of want to add it. It's not swipe to add it for some reason. Pull-ups. When I Google it, it takes notes that way I don't have to worry about re-googling. I can write down the code that helps me out. Yeah, I actually do the same thing for some very specific things that I feel like, yes, you cannot find them that fast again. Basic things I don't write down because you will just find them again pretty quick, but things that you spend time on finding a lot, I would write down in my developer say snippet book. So for example, yeah, lots of things regarding different things. Swift UI. Heroku, how to do stuff as well. Just on myself. So I'm with you, Rage Master. When you say you write things down, I will do the same. Now let's see, let's also go in here. We say title, we don't say time. Time should be an int. But it's, yeah, just an int. How do I know that I'm using seconds here and not minutes? God damn it. Recommend books on PDF when they're into code. I think everyone is different, and I also never read a book about coding either. So there are people who learn coding with books. I tried more than once. It's just not me. I can't do that. I have to code while I learn stuff, and I have to have it on here too, on my display or monitor. So I definitely recommend trying it out, so you can see if you are the type. Column self time. Just adding it to it, and when we're creating it, then let's just also, now let's have some errors to fix. Because here we want to say self time equals time. Exercise. And over here exactly. Time is time else 0 if it doesn't work out, just for now. We should now be able to, let's see, to save the time properly, but we also want to see the time. So then when we say model, we're getting the model somewhere. Oh yeah, we're setting the model. Let's go in there. Always takes so long, I don't know why. Let's go in here just like this. And we should have time label, set time label right here. This is time label. So then model.time dot description is for some reason a string that I have here. All right. Let's add again push-ups. 45 seconds. There we go. 45 seconds. Bicycles. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Pull-ups or side plank. 60 seconds. There we go. We have our different exercises for the 20-minute workout. Here we can sort of already also for that we could think about whether we want to calculate that right already in this stream or whether we want to implement swipe and to delete and to edit. I think I've never read a coding book either. Also same, I follow videos. Yes, agreed. I can also follow videos on the left, and this is how I learned Node.js today. I was basically pulling up, I had like 20 tabs open. I had, I think, 2 videos open. One was 1 hour, and instead of watching it, I would just like hit L all the time, so I was jumping 10 seconds and just see, okay, what is he doing, where are the key points that I need to know, and then I was basically learning what to do, and then the rest I would just Google, just like a starting point, getting into it. And then I think after half an hour of like skimming, I would close it because then it's not needed anymore. Videos, I'm all in. I learned Swift by reading the books that Apple wrote on the books app. It has coding challenges at the end of each topic. When I said I tried multiple times, this was also one of the things that I tried, because when Swift came out, this was the only resource we had. Yeah. But I found myself in the end to not really being able to find joy in that kind of learning out of books or satisfaction. I'm trying to open my folder from Terminal, but when I go into VS Code, nothing's there. Never mind, I removed it from the sidebar and opened it. Alright. Google and taking notes. I'm glad that I'm not the only one who takes note. I think a lot of people are taking note. Yeah, it's just something that no one really asks or talks about, if you think about it. Let's do trailing swipe actions. Expects a UI swipe actions configuration, which expects UI contextual action. UI contextual action, which expects style, title, and handler. Destructive, delete, and if I remember correctly, it was something like view, something first and then view, something view, even error? No, completion. I think, let's check here. Where you see it? Action view completion. And we can take a look over here, because we're basically doing all the same, just for exercise. Let's see. Dispatcher is exercise dispatcher. Oh yeah, delete. Delete exercise request. Exercise ID, I think, has to be this type. And we are going to have exercise. Where is it? At index path. So here we are getting the exercise. Exercise from exercise list index path row, and then exercise like so. Only that it doesn't have require ID. If you look at the list, it's model, consists of model, which is an optional ID, and we can also implement for that a required ID, just like we did here. And then like so, and we can say require ID dispatcher delete. I think we don't have delete yet. We have create list func that's gonna be our response. It's gonna be empty. And here we can say throws exercise repository, doesn't know the lead yet either. Let's just go in here and say func delete request. Returns nothing. Actually, right? Because what did we do here for delete? It does do nothing either. Self table filter IDs. Request ID makes sense. Size should have table. Everything should. Work same. Interesting. Oh, yeah, request ID. This is actually exercise ID. That's the issue. Exercise delete, and now we can call it from here. It doesn't even throw, I think. Right? Does it? Try. It does. Ah, interesting. Why would this not exactly not tell me that it's not handled? So this has to be try, and then return delete exercise response. Like so, resolving delete exercise request. Like so. First index where model is equal to exercise ID, so we get the index. We're removing it at the index and we're saying everything worked out fine. Alright, 20-minute workout includes push-ups of 45 seconds, eating ice cream for 60 seconds, just kidding, deleting. Deleting works. Is 1003 packages a lot for a GitHub clone? That sounds like a lot of packages. Are you talking about dependencies? I don't know what packages you mean if you clone from GitHub. To clone like files? I think there's no limit. There's nothing like where you say, oh, this is too much in terms of files. Because it depends on the project you're cloning. You can even clone Swift as a programming language. I don't know how many files this has. A million? Okay. We can already add exercises and delete them again. We do have an arrow or warning. It says unable to simultaneously satisfy constraints. Probably at least one of the constraints in the following list is one you don't want. We have container view, the fitness app container view bottom is fitness app exercise cell. Similarly, bottom -15 active, yes. And exercise cell ID, whatever. Height is equal 0. Ah, interesting. Why is height 0 somewhere? Let's have a look. We're not saying anything anywhere regarding height. This is a 45. We are going to eliminate. We're already eliminating. We don't need that. We don't need that. This should still work. People might fake being the owner and I will get falsely accused. Alright, should I trademark my app's name? If you want to go through the whole process of trademarking, I don't know, these questions you have to answer it yourself, because if someone, there's always gonna be copycats. Always. I mean, look at Instagram. Instagram copied so many things. The story, like Twitter, I think, was the one who invented hashtags. Twitter invented hashtags. Now you use hashtags everywhere. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatnot. Then Snapchat invented the 24-hour stories. Now you have it in WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. And these kind of things, you can try to trademark your social media app or the name of it. But if you are failing, or if your success is, say, if you fail to succeed because someone copies you, this is something then they must be doing something better than you, right? Because you had the advantage of being first with your idea, and yet someone else comes around and does the idea that you have but better. Then why shouldn't these people succeed? Because they're obviously like pushing things forward. Imagine someone invents the car and no one can copy it, and we're still with, like, I don't know, wooden cars with super slow engines and whatnot, because no one was allowed to copy it and try to do it better. So yeah, I think trying to trademark makes sense if it's like a super unique idea. You want to really make sure no one copies it, and you have a little bit of advantage, like 20 years of, like, if it's patented. But most of the things are already kind of there. It's difficult to answer. Bicycle 45. How would you be able to attempt to recover by breaking constraint? So breaking the constraint that the container view bottom is equal to the exercise cell bottom. Because we're removing it, and it's, I don't know. What if we don't need, okay, let's see. Exercise cell, the whole container view, leading and center. This is the one, container view. Top, leading, bottom, trailing. And we're defining the height of it basically right over here, where we say 120. So it's 90 because we say minus 15 and plus 15, that's 30, it's 90 in height. If we remove that, I'm sure it won't be as high as the cell itself. I don't see why it would be. The container, is the container having an own height? No, that's just a shadow. Set upper, nope. It's just that. Trademark really only makes sense if you have the money to back it up, pursue someone who tries to steal your name. Yeah, or a patent, right? I know that if you want to patent something, it would cost a few thousand. Like in America alone, I think it's 3,000, and if you want to have it worldwide, a little bit more. So let's see, time has to be given to. There we go. It doesn't look the way we want it to look anymore, because we didn't specify the bottom constraint. Now when we delete it, it won't have the error anymore. So the error really comes from having this bottom constraint, but we also need it. because we want it to be like this. Maybe it's not even our bug. There's sometimes, maybe it is, most likely it is, but sometimes, I mean, Apple does do errors too. And that's why I wouldn't mind keeping it like this. Okay, cool. So in order to recap, what we did is we actually finished to implement a create view with a time. We didn't finish completely with the type. Also, I have to think about the time thing, whether or not I want to be able to say, is it minute or seconds? Say with a drop down on the right, or maybe even a switch to make it more simpler. I have to think about it because it doesn't make sense when people want to just say have each exercise to be more than seconds. I wonder how it's solved in the app that I used so far. But what's cool is that we already can create an exercise and we actually have the correct seconds and title displayed, and we can also delete it again. So we have a whole circle. In the next stream, we will for sure think about how to optimize that, also in terms of type, because now right now we have this one being saved as an int, but maybe we want this one to be a time picker instead that says 0 minutes and 45 seconds, for example, instead of having such a keyboard. Obviously, if you go in here right now, it says that, and also time would be able to say it has a string. We won't be able to save it. It's 0. That's the cast that didn't work out, so we said 0. So we wanted to restrict this one to be numbers only, and maybe with a time picker. And with that, we don't need. Yeah, we would have to know whether or not minutes are picked. Maybe a time picker that only goes from 1 to 60, and then still you want to have like minutes or seconds, and based on that, it's saved in the database, as well as a time type. Right, those are little things that you couldn't think of ahead, so like in the beginning, right? Some things are always slipping through. Anyway, heading out, I got some good work done on a side project for work. That sounds great, Michaela. I agree with everything Martin said. Also, ideas are crap. Execution is key. Anyone can talk about an idea, but executing it is hard. That's true as well. I would always see people starting new awesome ideas, but never bringing it to the finish line, because the last 20% of finishing a project most of the time is actually boring. But Martin, you could do a minute seconds thing similar to the clock app for the timer. I will have a look. My phone is currently rating Pokemon, but thanks. Yes, actually a good idea to see what the system clock does in those regards. And just coping. So everybody, thanks for joining another stream. I like that we're making progress every day, and even if it's just an hour and a half, we are making progress. We continue implementing our app, and in the end it's going to be done and finished and released, and everyone can try it. So yeah, Brach, Master, Michaela, Jake, Ridwig, AJ, everyone, let's see how long it will take to finish the rest of it, and hopefully see you in the next stream. And thanks for swinging by again. I'm now gonna finish my interview project, send it in, and then get back to some clients. I have to answer some emails. So good night, have a good day, see you on Instagram and YouTube.